The biggest Afrobeats festival is coming to my city, Seattle, next week, and I have to start getting ready for it. And the first order of business is shooting my festival look. And the reason why I am doing it 1 week early is because my look is gonna have heels and it's gonna have a lot of accessories and a lot of makeup, as you will see. And I don't want to like struggle to take content and enjoy myself. I wanna take the content early and then the day of just enjoy myself. So I'm gonna put the mood board here so you guys can see what we went for, and we're gonna see how close we get to the vision, because I have very limited makeup skills and I am not somebody that, if you've seen my content on TikTok or on YouTube, I am not one that goes for really bold looks with lots of colors and lots of like color blocking. I'm really more of like a muted, clean girl aesthetic type of girl. So this is very much outside my comfort zone, but I think it's perfect for an Afrobeats festival like BLASTFEST. And that's why I've decided to do the shoot today, which is a Saturday, but 1 week early. Today's July 11th. The festival is on July 18th. And you guys will obviously see it after it's happened. So I'm okay with showing you all of the prep work and all the behind the scenes. We're supposed to meet exactly an hour from now. If I'm being super realistic, we're gonna be running behind because I'm just starting my makeup. But the makeup will take whatever time it needs to take. As long as it turns out good, that's all I care about. That's what we're doing in this video. This is the Rhode Highlight Milk in the shade 4. And what I started with was the Blurring Balm by Vanessa Myricks, because we're going for this glowy look all summer long. I'm hoping that what I have in mind works out. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good week. If you did go to BLASTFEST, or if you're planning to go to BLASTFEST, I hope you have the best time ever. I know I will. And because I'm very type A, I know that the best way to maximize maximize my fun is to do all of the content now, so that next week I don't have to worry about it. But in other news, I wanted to talk to you about how I got, not my first hater comment, but I got like a hater comment on my video, because if you've seen the video before this one, I don't remember the order, but I went to a Mariners game and I was invited to go to said Mariners game, and I did a little TikTok video about it. And in the video voiceover, I'm like, I was invited by the Mariners to attend one of their games, and it was my first ever baseball game, and I had so much fun. And I did a little vlog on Instagram and on TikTok, and I posted it just like how I do all my other vlogs. But what happened was, I had a comment on there. This lady was like, oh, were you invited or did you just buy tickets and attend? And I was like, at first I was like, let me just respond to her. I was invited, like I said in the voiceover. But I was like, maybe some other people think that I'm lying. I don't know why you would think that, but I feel like people project their thoughts and actions onto others. So maybe she would do that, and that's why she commented that because she would do that and she thinks other people would. So I was like, let me just clear the air for her and for her and for everybody else that might think that, because at the end of the day, I am a stranger on the internet and not everybody has integrity in the world, which is very unfortunate. But I want to show that I do have integrity in my heart. So let me just prove to her and everybody else that may think that way that I have integrity. So I posted a screenshot of the invitation that I got from the Mariners marketing team to attend said game. And yeah, just left it at that. But when I first saw that comment, it was like, obviously I'm relatively small of a creator in terms of like the creator economy. My biggest platform is Instagram with 10,000 followers, which I'm very grateful for, but in the grand scheme of things, I recognize that that's a smaller audience. But this is the first time where it's like very rare that I get these kind of like haterish, backhanded comments. And I was like, does that mean that I'm getting to reach a new set of audience that doesn't know me and therefore is skeptical? Like, is this a good sign, really? That's what I was thinking. But yeah, that happened and that was interesting. But we keep it pushing and we keep it classy and we just move on to the next thing. Sorry, I'm gonna put the products on the screen because I cannot think of like sharing all the products as I'm using them. But in other news, I think I told you guys that I want to start putting a segment of book of the week or book of the vlog. So the book of the week is Fair, Bright, and Terrible by Elizabeth Kingston. It's part of a series, but each book is its own standalone. So like they're all kind of interwoven into each other. And it's a historical novel. It's talking about when King Edward took over Wales, and it's basically that part of history. That's where the book is set, and it follows different characters in each book. They are mostly romance books, so there's really a lot of romance on there, but there's also a lot of, think of Game of Thrones, right? Like everybody's trying to get to power. There's obviously the Welsh that are losing, and King Edward has basically annihilated all of the Welsh princes that were left at that point. And there's obviously people that are rooting for the Welsh secretly, even though they lost, and they're trying to save all of the Welsh that are left and keep them safe, while also not appearing like they are overtly against King Edward. Yeah, I think it's Edward. Yeah, I think it's King Edward. But anyway, so think of like Game of Thrones, but take out all of the fantasy element of it and put in a lot of romance. But there's some super strong female character. And in this book is the one that I love the most so far. It's about a scorned woman. Basically, everybody she loves has died in this war, in this failed rebellion. And she gets remarried to a man she had like an affair with 18 years ago. But who she was 18 years ago and who she is now, after losing so many people and after just losing hope and being in a previous abusive marriage, you know, two different people. And the husband in question is like struggling with loving the memory of her, who she was 18 years ago, and dealing with this version of her that seems very cold, very honestly cruel, very cunning. Think of like Cersei Lannister, basically. And then think of, I mean, Cersei was dating her brother, so they're not siblings, but think of how much those two loved each other and how much the brother, I can't remember his name, loved her despite how cruel she was. It's kind of like that. And I love this book because sometimes you need to read about characters that are not necessarily likable. And I personally feel like I can relate to a lot of the things that she does, like the decisions she's made, because she did not start off as an evil person, but life was just so hard and cruel to her that she just became this person. And her husband, who still loves her despite all the changes, is trying to like get her back to that person she was 18 years ago before just life became so cruel to her. And it's just such a lovely story. And she does this thing at the end, bruh. I had to clap because I don't want to give out all the spoilers, but I don't want to give out the story. You have to read it. But what she does, chapter 16, I think, is what she does. I'm going to say she's not the best person ever, right? She has no scruples. Somebody kidnaps somebody she really loves, and she kidnaps his kids. And she's like, either you give me that person back or I'm gonna unalive your kid. And she was dead ass. She was dead ass. I was like, that's just very Cersei coded in my opinion. But she's more likable than Cersei. But you know how Cersei loved her kids and all that? She would just do anything for, yeah, she's like that. I think she's pretty badass. And I personally like being able to read about characters that are not necessarily, oh, heroine and all good and, you know, righteous and the good guy. Sometimes I find myself relating to the bad guy, and so that's why I like books like that. But that's the book of the week, I guess. I haven't finished it, but I'm like almost done. I think I'm on the very last chapter, or the chapter right before that. And I'm gonna read the entire series. I think I have 2 more books to read, but the first one I'm not too interested in reading it. I read it out of order because I didn't know that they were interwoven. But the last book is what I am interested in reading next. The first book, because I read them out of order, I kind of already know what happens in the first book since they're interwoven. I'm not too interested in reading that one, but the last book I was told is the best one. So yeah, I also read a bunch of other Elizabeth Kingston books. She likes to write historical novels. So think of like Bridgerton, but what happens when you're a fallen lady? Like basically you lost your honor and you know, you had sex before marriage. At that time it was like a really big deal. Like if you remember Bridgerton, like it's really a big deal, but like what happens to those ladies? I feel like she's a really good author. So definitely highly recommend her. I don't want to keep yapping. So let me finish getting ready and then I'm going to show you the finished look. Let's hope it works out the way I'm hoping it works out, but yeah. Okay, this is how things ended up. I don't know if it's gonna show on camera, but basically I did a lot of yellow in the inner corner on the bone, brow bone, and then on my lip. I might add more on my lip later, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't feel like I look like a cartoon, if that makes sense. So now I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna show you the outfit and you're gonna see how it all comes together. And I did not make too much of a mess, so I'm very happy with that. I do need to add some one size, so let me do that right now. Hopefully it can last 1 to 2 hour shoot day. All right, let me get dressed now. All right, we're here at the shoot location. I did not have time to give you a full outfit, but I'm gonna have my friend do a behind the scenes for me so that you guys can see what it looks like. But this is what the makeup looks like in the sun. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, if I do say so myself. My loves, we are back home. We've been outside for maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and because I did not kind of walk you through the entire outfit, I thought I would do it now. So this is how my face turned out, and surprisingly my makeup is still on after so many hours in the sun. Thank you, Danessa Myrix. Thank you, Charlotte Tilbury, because I'm pretty sure that's the only reason. My lip gloss is obviously a little bit gone, but that's not here nor there. And I'm super proud of the fact that I was able to do my eye makeup like close to the inspo. So yeah, this is the face, and these are just regular hoops that I decided to put on. For my top, I'm gonna give you a full body, but my top is from Jaded London. It's a corset. And then underneath that, we put a little Victoria's Secret bra. Now, the bra to me is not something I would wear on a regular, but again, for the look, for the festival, sure, for the look. But on the actual day, on BLASTFEST day next Saturday, I won't have the bra on, I'm pretty sure. I'm just more of a muted person, like a little bit more minimalistic, and all of this is already very loud for me, guys. So the bra is not gonna be worn on BLASTFEST day. Now let me back up and give you the rest of the look, but while we're still here, I can actually show you my shoes. So these are the shoes. They have little rhinestones, like blue rhinestones, to match the blue rhinestones on the top, which is again from Jaded London, in case I didn't tell you. So these are the shorts. They're actually men's shorts. So I bought them on Zara during the Zara sale, and even last year when I did BLASTFEST, the pants I was wearing were from the men's section. I love that because they're so comfortable. I can wear them for hours and hours and hours. And then you can see with my shoes what the look we were going for. And for accessories, I have these, which are from Zara, and then this is really old, so I can't tell you where it's from. But that is my entire look for BLASTFEST. Now, like I said, I will not wear the bra on the actual day, and I will not wear the heels on the actual day because it's a festival. I'm gonna wear sneakers. But we got the shots, I'm sure, as you saw. I'm very happy with it. Shoutout Thando for being the creative director. She also styled me. Like, all of these pics were from her. She found them and I was like, yes, no, yes, no. And obviously I was like, yes. So she styled me, and then shout out Larissa's Lens, for being my photographer. So that concludes the shoot. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like I'm quite proud of us. I think we did such a great job, and there was so much stuff happening on Pike, so it was like very lively over there. So we kind of hung out for a little bit, and now we're home. At least I practiced my look for the BLASTFEST, and I know that whatever I did is gonna work for the entire festival because this is my face. I left the house at 2:30. It's 5, so pretty good, I would say. Now I'm gonna eat something and, you know, take all of this off, get comfortable and chill out in the comfort of my own home and enjoy my rent. So yeah, TTYL. Good afternoon. It is Sunday the next day and I just got back home, had a bunch of activities in the morning, but nothing really worth vlogging, and I am here because I just made my first at-home Spanish latte. I was inspired by this coffee shop called Cafe Revy, and they do like a Spanish latte in a very specific way with condensed milk, a little bit of salt, some cinnamon, and I decided to try it at home because although they had a pop-up shop in Pioneer Square for the summer, they decided to stop that location for the rest of the summer, and they are opening a storefront in Tacoma. Love that for them. They literally made me buy all the ingredients to try to replicate what they do. However, it's my first time and I thought I would try it with you guys on camera. I do not have a fork, so we're gonna have to mix everything with a spoon. Let's see. Not bad. Definitely a little bit more light-skinned than them. I think I need to add more coffee, but not bad. Not bad at all for my first try. I'm gonna buy some straws. So I did that at home because they are gonna be based in Tacoma, and as much as I would love to get a coffee from them every week like I used to when they were in Pioneer Square, I don't have a car. There's no way I can get to Tacoma. But if you are watching and you can get to Tacoma, Cafe Revy, 10 out of 10 recommend. And if you love matcha, they have a lot of matcha options as well. And this is not bad at all. Good job to me. But we're still getting ready and prepping for BLASTFEST, and there's a bunch of stuff happening around BLASTFEST that's not necessarily the festival itself. And one of the parties that is happening is called Wine and Wine, like wine, well, wine and wine. And the theme for this year, which is the same theme that they had last year, is shades of wine. So think burgundy, maybe you can push it towards the pink or muted pink, but like just burgundy colors. And then obviously white wine, you can go with champagne colors and so on and so forth. So I got a package from Opali that I want to unbox with you guys. So let me go get it right now. All right, this is the Opali package, and I got two dresses. One is for what I'm hoping to wear at the Wine and Wine, and the other one is just like if I decide to go to another random party. Because the only tickets I have is BLASTFEST itself and Wine and Wine and Curated Vibes. I already know what I'm gonna wear for Curated, so we don't have to worry about that. But for Wine and Wine, we have this beautiful, beautiful dress. This is what the dress is looking like. It's like a little deep V, and there's a piece of metal here that's supposed to make it a little bit more structured and keep your chest from, your titties from moving around. And then it's a low back. I love a low back moment. And then it's a relatively short dress. Especially because I'm 5'11", so I feel like this is gonna be a shorter dress. But this is what I'm thinking of wearing for the Wine and Wine party. So this is definitely, I'm pretty sure this is 100% polyester. Let me double check, because it definitely feels more polyester material. 91% polyester, 9% elastane. So that's why it's kind of like a stretchy material, but you're getting Opali material or quality. But that's fine. I knew that when I was purchasing this. Also, I got approved on ShopMy. So now everything that you see in the videos is gonna be linked on my ShopMy if you're ever interested in purchasing. But second dress, this one is a black dress because I was thinking if I do decide to go to a random party and like it's a last minute decision, black is definitely gonna be a safe choice. And still has the same like material as the red dress. It looks like this in the front, so it has a little bit of a crisscrossy thingy here in the front. And then the back, surprise, surprise, open back. And this is what it looks like. So both dresses are definitely more in the similar like material, and I think I got both of these in a size 8. I want to say, was this a size 8? US 6, size 6. So both of them were in a size 6. So I'm gonna try these on, although I'm pretty sure they're gonna fit. I do shop at Opali pretty often, so let me just give you a try on of these, and then we're gonna close out the vlog because this is gonna conclude all the prep that I needed for BLASTFEST. So let me just show you in a second. All right, so this is the black one. I'm gonna put the names on the screen, but this is what it looks like. Just a little short black dress, and it has the little crisscross material right here like I showed you, and open back like I told you guys. I love an open back. Like that is my signature. I don't think, I'll double check on this camera, but in real life it's not see-through material, so you'll be safe on that front. And back, not see-through, but I am 5'11" and it's definitely on the shorter side. Now let me show you the other dress. All right, and this is the dress that I'm actually gonna wear on Thursday for the wine and wine party. It's low back, again, same material as the previous one. It has like a little deep cut here, same length as the black one, but happy with this one as well. Deep cuts are not my comfort zone, generally speaking, but I don't think it looks bad. So like I said, this concludes the prep vlog for BLASTFEST. I do not know for sure if I will have a YouTube video for BLASTFEST, just because I will be doing vlogs on Instagram and TikTok, which you should follow me on there if you want to see like more real-time updates. But it's gonna be hard to like go to all those events and vlog for Instagram and TikTok and also vlog for YouTube. So I cannot guarantee that there's gonna be a BLASTFEST vlog per se, but I will try. I will try. If you really want to see that content, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, because for sure there's going to be some content for that over there. But thank you for hanging out with me this week. I will catch you guys next time. Bye.